Hello. So this is a very special video. As you can tell by the title, Signs and Omens. This is now part 3. Welcome. My name's Amy. I go by the Mystic Rose Tarot. And I'm here to let people know some more shifts that I have coming on. And it's the season. My tarot birth year card is of the Hermit. So it's time to really start connecting with this energy, waning time of the year, nights getting longer, days getting shorter, and of course, Mabon, welcoming in the autumn equinox for balance of dark and light as we go more towards the darker side of the year and spend our last few months reflecting, looking back during this autumn season. So I am here, and I think this may end up being a trend for me personally if I'm going to have something significant to share. Last time I did this was when I did a move from my home up in the mountains of Southern California. I had a candle and I did a reading, which I'm going to do here as well. So here it is. I have another candle, Signs and Omens. This is more of the signs of the season telling me it's time to move on. So with that being said, I am leaving the southwest desert area of New Mexico, and I am getting ready to head to the Pacific Northwest. And this is the perfect time to do it. I can't say any more than that. I put a post about a week or so ago that I am going to be one of the tarot vendors at the Northwest Tarot Symposium the weekend of October 6th. And that's the Indigenous Peoples Day weekend, Columbus Day. So I will be there doing readings for that weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be my second return to the symposium, not so much as a person taking part in the lectures, but now doing readings. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of energy. So I need to prepare for that. So once I found that I am going to be part of the symposium, that was the sign, amongst a few other things, that it is time to start transitioning towards the Northwest. Get back to the greenery, get back to cooler weather. And I know there's been heat over in that area, the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington. But this is the time to move with the seasons as things change, as we transition. And I did the same when I left the mountains and I came here. I left during spring. I think I left about 2 weeks after spring had just started, and I moved here to the desert. So I experienced the weather here. The people here are great. It's just for what I want to do. I just don't feel it. So I did pay a visit to Oregon earlier this year, and it just connected. But I want to give New Mexico a try, and I did, and it doesn't connect with me in the way that I would like it to. So and again, the heat was a bit much for me, as many of you have seen in my previous videos. So I'm going with what I originally felt. before leaving California, but to give New Mexico a try. So I did. And now it's time to go to the next part of this journey, which I will see if it will plant roots. I have plans. And once I get there, I'm going to be looking at different options, different opportunities, networking in this kind of business, in the best way that I can to really let people know who I am, where I'm going, what I want to do, and hopefully meet people who have something similar. They're very real. They're very less product oriented, but more about connecting with people and growing with that connection to expand in so many different ways. So that's where I feel I need to be. I need to be by. And it's wonderful because basing myself in that area, it'll bring me, like I said, definitely closer to nature, not so fiery and desert like here in the Southwest desert, which was perfect. I think it's what I needed. I needed to purge. Fire is very purging. But it's also healing. It's letting go. It's regenerative. It's a bit overheating for me, and that's why I felt that I was doing too much here, body-wise, and also spirit. I think it was a bit too taxing for me. So to go back or to return to an area where it's cooling, it's soothing. I'll be able to go to the coast. I'll be able to be in contact with water, which has taken some time, but also, again, with the greenery of being in that area. So looking forward to that very, very much. There'll probably be a change in my energy once I get there because of the soothingness, and returning to the roots of being amongst the forest and more of a climate that's suitable for me. So that's part 3, signs and omens, of where I will be going to. The next video that you will probably see will be where I'm at. And once I get settled in, I will obviously discuss more about where I'm at, how I'm feeling, and just slowly settling in. It'll give me some time to just kind of get acclimated, let my body adjust to a different temperature since it's going to be quite a bit cooler there. And then also to start getting ready for the symposium that first weekend in October. So I'm going to also post reading for Mabon, the Autumn Equinox. This will be a recorded one because of the time that I'm going to be traveling. It's going to be during the time of the autumn equinox. So I normally do my lives at least the day before, but I'm going to be busy getting things all packed up, loading the car, getting spirit. I don't know. You can't really prepare an animal for a trip, but try to get him settled, and just prepare for that kind of move. So the autumn equinox Mabon live will be recorded this year. So I'm going to share the reading, and then we will have Samhain. I have some things that are brewing for Samhain, collaborating with a few people. So just waiting to hear back so we could plan that. So October will be that month. It will be in Libra, which is perfect, balance, harmony. Definitely going to be working with that energy quite a bit during the Libra season. I may also be changing, more than likely, the way that I do my readings from here on end. I'm doing Decan readings, but let me see where I am spiritually and where I'm feeling once I get to where I'm at, and see the best way to do these readings from here on in. Okay, so with that being said, the last video that I did, as I mentioned, when I was spending my last time, my last day or so at the house in the mountains, I did a reading, and so I believe I didn't even look at the video. It doesn't even matter. But I think the deck that I used for that reading was the Gill Tarot, and I'm going to stick to it for this reading. So this reading is just for me and seeing where this transition is moving towards, and just putting that energy for the next few weeks. Okay. I think when you do readings of this nature and you're focusing on something very specific, I don't leave the cards out for like weeks on end because the energy is changing every moment. So this reading, I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Gill Tarot, and they'll be the center point, the bridge of what's going on with this move, and then the 2 cards on either side of the reading, and I'm going to show you the cards, represent the conscious state, how things are coming to me, in a real time experience. And then the other cards will be, the card on the right will be conscious, the card on the left will be subconscious, dealing, how I'm feeling about all this. I know how I'm feeling, but let's see what the cards have to say regarding this particular move, because this is a very unique move, because it's a move that I feel very drawn to, more so than coming over here to the Southwest. So the Southwest was more like an experience, check it out, but this reading is going to be a little bit more personal to me. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, Gill Tarot, focusing my energy of how things are going to be looking as I transition back to the west, back to the northwest, visualizing the environment that I'm going to be surrounded by, how it can guide me, connections that I'm going to be working with and meeting, personal changes, business changes. Let's see. Okay. One more. Okay, so let's go here. First card from the top, second card from the bottom. Bridge card is the one that I'm flipping over right now. Okay. This first card's like no pressure. So I'm going to flip each card and just share the reading that I have here and just be spontaneous. First card I got. Now this is the center point, focus of this reading. First card I got here, Ace of Pentacles. No pressure, right? So wealth. Okay, so when we get a card like this, especially for a reading like this, when there's change in environment and energy, and I'm moving more into an element where the energy is stable. And what I mean by stable is it's not fiery, it's not hot. There's a lot of earthiness to being out in the Pacific Northwest, the trees, the lakes, forest, the coast, water. And that's something that I need to be more surrounded by, element of water. Because water heals, it nourishes the element of earth, which my sun sign is. So this wealth I can sense is the Gill Tarot is more of spiritual. Like I feel this is where I need to be, because there is something for me to gain. You feel something that's so strong, and you're kind of hemming and hawing, but when you actually follow through, and you're open and you're receptive to what's happening, um, that's where you allow that energy to move and do what it needs to do naturally. And so this wealth I feel is going to be spiritual. Financially, I feel I have to look at the other cards. This isn't a reading about, business and whatnot. But I feel with the ace, initiating, starting something new, there could be some monetary wealth maybe down the line. But I think soul-wise, this Ace of Pentacles is right where I need to be. And I'm going to journal this. I'm going to put this in my journal, to see, what energy comes from it. Okay, so that's the center point. I need, not need, I need to find, yes, I will say need. I need to find this wealth. I need to find wealth. For me is a form of stability. It's a foundation. It's something that you feel secure with. And it's something that I feel by going into this environment, I will find the resources that I need. And those resources will potentially lead me to various kinds of awakenings and shifts, and the awareness of what I need to make these changes externally and also internally. Okay, so that's Ace of Coins. I think I said Pentacles. Okay, this is from the Gill Tarot. I'll move it closer so you can see. A very strong card. It almost feels like the world. By the way it's depicted. So here, let's go to our second card. Okay, so the Ace of Coins is the center. It's what I'm feeling called to, what I'm looking for. I feel very strongly with the word of resources. I think it's going to be where I will find the resources that I need. And it's very similar to a feeling that I got when I paid a visit to the Northwest earlier this year. Everything just felt really, really good. But the timing wasn't quite there, but now it is. Ah. Okay, so the second card I got here. Okay, so this is conscious, what I'm looking for, what I want. I got Death. So endings. Okay. Which I feel, this card is wonderful, in the sense that it is. I'm going to move here closer. We're really, with the sickle, we are definitely just cutting away a lot of stuff, moving from the past, letting it all go, and making space. That's what the Death card is all about. Creating space that we need to move where we need to be best placed at. So I feel comfortable with this card. And I feel whenever I do a move, especially if it's a big move, this movement of clearing, okay, the packing, the throwing away of things, creating a shakeup, moves this energy, old energy away, stagnant energy, energy that no longer serves you, and puts you in this place, again, of where you need to be. So I welcome this card. And I'm going to point out one other thing too. Okay, we have, can't tell if it's an eagle or a hawk, but we have the knowledge. We get the insight when it comes with the death card. Once we let go, we see things in a different light. Okay, this card here, oh wow. I'm kind of floored by this reading here. We're talking about the subconscious, the underlying aspects of what's going on. I got here 6 of Swords. Okay, we got the keyword of change. But here it's the change coming with the mind, the perspective, how we see things. I'm aware that I want change. I need to find, and I'm not going to be like focused so much on, I need to find this, but I did say the word need. I want to understand the change that I am looking for. Okay, so I have to keep that aspect of this journey that I'm going on to be open to things that may come my way that may not be what I'm looking for, but don't push it aside because it could be something that I just need. I potentially this move could initiate a change again that I'm not expecting. Okay, and it's a 6. Okay, so when we get the 6 in any of the suits, we're seeing a progression from the influence of 5. 5 tends to be conflict, struggle, stuff that are energy that is self-imposed upon us, emotionally blocking, mentally blocking. But the next number, 6, opens up the realm of potentiality. Okay, we go through these different experiences, like through the minor arcana, numerically and energy-wise, the wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. And so there's this growth. Okay. But when you do a reading, you start seeing repeating cards coming up. You're getting like, you only get to a certain level with the readings that you do for yourself. You start seeing patterns. But the way to break those patterns is you have to make those changes. And that's what I enjoyed with the numerical system from 6 to 10. Okay, because we're seeing that letting go. We're starting to see that change. We're starting to feel these challenges that we need to do. And it's signs and omens to make these things happen so we can move forward. So 6 of Swords. Okay. Change could also be with this card looking at the direction of the swords. There are one's pointing up, one's going down. I have to be mindful because maybe there could be some indecisive choices that may come to me, and I have to be very careful with that. So I will take this card as an awareness of anything that comes towards me that may be, it could go either way. Just to be very careful in the direction that I move with the final decision that I make. Okay, so again, this reading is just for the upcoming like week or two as I'm settling in. So we're starting off Ace of Coins. Okay. planting new roots. Okay, this speaks for itself. This is the conscious realm, death, wanting to move ahead, letting go, but really letting go of things. Don't hold on, move forward, create that space. And then, of course, Six of Swords. Changing the perspective. I also, this word just came into mind. I think it's adaptability that's needed during this time. So whenever you're transitioning, from one place to another, things are going to all fall into place. So take this more as a form of just being a little bit more open to what may come to me, and I'm down for that. So there's the reading for this trip, for this change, for this journey, and I appreciate you for listening and hearing how this journey has been evolving since the beginning of this year to where I am right now. So let's see what's going to come up ahead for the remainder part of this year, and I will, of course, keep you updated on that. So I'll end here. I don't want to start babbling on too much. So next video will be in a different place, and I will catch up with you then. I will do my best again. The Mabon reading for this season is going to be recorded. I have to really see what I'm going to do with the tarot astrology readings for the month of Libra. So bear with me. I will do the tarot astrology profile for Libra because I've been doing all the signs, and I think I'm winding it up. I think Libra is the last sign because I believe I started with Scorpio. So then once I'm done with that, I have this entire series of each of the signs talking about the planets, houses that they rule, the element of influence, and just discussing about their energy. So that will be completed. So yeah, I have stuff coming up as always. It's just a matter of getting it out there in a somewhat timely fashion. Okay, signing off from New Mexico, and next time I will see you in the Pacific Northwest. Thank you again for watching, everyone. I will see you all soon. Wish Spirit and me safe travels. It's going to be a long journey, but it's going to be one that will be very special for us. All right. Have a great one, everyone. I will see you all again soon.